Hello, my name is Nedelchev, and I work in General Secondary School, Machukiro, Pavlikeni, Bulgaria. The presentation is about project work and school learning motivation. The work related to the project involves several stages and usually exceeds the frames of the school lesson. It could be argued that the work with a project method requires students' independent thinking, coordination, active research, and communicative interaction. Students are different in respective levels of their motivation to learn, the main content of that motivation, and the degree of which they are extrinsically and intrinsically motivated. Most students react to a certain extent of the basis of both intrinsic and extrinsic motives, while some students seem to be more sensitive to certain aspects of the educative activity than others. Each person is a unique combination of individual and common features and idiosyncrasies. It should be stated that a unique scheme for single features and qualities that will be satisfactory for all types of individuality does not exist. Combinations of those features and different accentuation are observed in each personality, but it is possible to identify typological schemes with a high degree of validity, like the typology of introversion and extroversion introduced by K. Young and further developed by H. Eisen. In 2006, researches are carried out in 6 European schools, partners in the project Our Cultural and Social Diversity in Europe, implemented under Community School Partnership Program. The conducted research confirmed the relevance of the problem with the practice approach in modern schools and drew a conclusion that a relation exists between the individual typological characteristics for the extroversion and introversion of high school students and their motivation to learn. For optimizing the education process, it is necessary a new research to be done to explore the possibilities of applying a specific methodological toolkit adequate to students' personality in order to increase their motivation to learn. Firstly, a survey was done among a large number of high school students, and then the work of those who study at our school was observed by involving them in project activities. Eisen Personality Questionnaire was used as a main research method. It assessing the personality traits of a student, extrovert and introvert, and a questionnaire concerning their preferences for 21 pedagogical methods. The total number of students surveyed who participated successfully in the research is 931 at the age of 13 to 19 years old, which means from 8th to 11th grade. The research conducted drew the conclusion that the individual typological characteristic of introversion, extroversion, psychoticism, neuroticism are of great importance for the selection of teaching methods for the educative process. According to the activities proposed, each student can be motivated to different degrees to implement them. Using a mathematical model of the respective personality type, after being identified with the help of the appropriate questionnaire, an adequate methodological toolkit can be proposed. This could be empirically observed to a great extent in the project work on school partnerships under the lifelong learning program. Those young people who have more extroverted attitude tend to seek their self-realization mainly in direct communicative situations, while those having an introverted attitude work actively in indirect or online activities for promoting traditions, exchanging information about their school and their home country. Other important activities in projects are public performances, discussions, and debates. Students with extroverted personality traits are usually the participants in these groups. Some students prefer to work on the preparation of the public presentations while others on the presentation itself. Students gathered on their own when making a team for the project activities, as in each team they select an activity corresponding to their typological attitude. Work on projects help these processes to be observed, unlike the teaching and learning process in class, where students face the necessity to involve themselves in a particular activity, no matter if it meets their inner needs. The latter is essential for encouraging students intrinsic motivation to learn, especially when they are at the sensitive high school stage of education. By selecting a method adequate to the personality type, a teacher should create a condition for the emergence of the subjective feeling of satisfaction with the efforts students have made, as well as to optimize their motivation to learn. An adequate methodological toolkit excludes the occurrence of negative emotions like embarrassment, discomfort, and low self-esteem. The empirical observations in this part of the pedagogical practice confirm that the use of methods of imitation, game methods, and dramatization can be highly successful in increasing the motivation of students having an extrovert attitude. It is empirically observed that they are keen on their work, creatively meet the teacher's requirements, and can successfully develop almost every situation. Unlike them, the introverted students, due to their personality characteristics, can cause negative emotions when they implement a game or play a role before an audience. It can be assumed that the misapplication of these methods with extreme introvert students can lead to a frustrating situation long after the positive side of motivation to learn was reduced or even lost. The observations carried out while working on projects for school partnerships and the result of personal studies lead to the conclusion that personality traits, according to the model of H. Ising, particularly introversion of psychoticism, are related to the preference of students to the method of work at school. This would mean that if an adequate methodological technology of teaching appropriate to individual typological characteristics of high school students is applied, it can increase their motivation to learn. Thank you for your attention.